Bruce's big call. Dinar Intel Tuesday night, September 30th, 25. Listen to the full version on the official dinarreport.com website and become our supporter on Patreon. Transcribed by Wiser, now emailed to recaps. Intel only. Welcome everybody to the big call tonight. It is Tuesday, September 30th, and you're listening to the big call. Thank you, everybody. Wherever you're tuned in from all around the globe. Good to have you in tonight. Let's go ahead and pray the call in and then we'll take it from the rest. So thank you, Bob, appreciate that. Okay, let's get into the intel tonight. First of all, I want to address a situation I learned about yesterday, about a med bed update. Now this is regarding the number of med beds that we already have in the United States. Approximately 29,000, I believe it was 629,600 med bed centers throughout the United States. And each med bed center has 2 med beds in each one. Okay, so that's a lot of med beds right there already across this country. Now this is something that I found very interesting. There are 23,500 hospitals that are being retrofitted for med beds across the United States. I'm talking the US 23,500 hospitals will have med beds for use by the public. Starting around January 1st, they are retrofitting these hospitals to have med bed centers in them. And each hospital will have either 2 or 4 med beds in each hospital. Half of the hospitals will have 2 med beds. The other half of the 23,500 hospitals will have 4 med beds in each one. So they're going to be set up. This is to take place between now and the end of the year, with the public being able to get started around the 1st of January 2026. The ones that are there now, already in med bed centers, are there for us. They're there for us. Especially those who are ZIM holders and those that are in dire need get first access. And then remember, each of you will be able to refer 6 people that you know that should be in dire need. Whether they're ZIM holders or not, doesn't matter, but it'd be nice if they were. And if they're not, that's okay too. You can refer those and you tell them that, or you have it typed out already on a list printed out that you can hand them when you go into the med bed center for your appointment. Because that's when they want to know who you would refer. And so that way they vet these people a little bit by knowing you first and then you're that you want to have them in. They can be family members. They can be other people that you know, from work or from your neighborhood or whatever. This doesn't matter. Contact these people to let them know. We can set up an appointment for you to come in for the bed. My understanding is we will be under an NDA for a certain period of time when we come out of the med beds. Might even have to sign that before we even go in there. I'm sure we would. If we can see the right, it might let me sign mine after see, but that's a nice little bit of information that we just get it. Okay, what else is going on? Alright, we did get some confirmation that Doge money, the R&R money and the tariff dividends have been placed in what I'm calling our quantum accounts, and that's already been processed for us, and that was to have been done Saturday, Sunday and yesterday. Actually, to get those in the proper hoppers. The military uses the term hoppers, putting those funds in the hopper. That's what we got. Confirmed today. President Trump had meeting with Netanyahu and again, the White House today or yesterday. I guess it was talking about getting a peace deal going between Israel and Hamas. And everybody in that Middle Eastern region has signed off on the 20-point peace deal. And Hamas needs to come to the party and capitulate and agree to it, or else there'll be some serious consequences that they'll face from Israel. And it won't be pleasant. So it's kind of like Netanyahu said yesterday. He said, we can do this the easy way, or we can do it the hard way. He said, I'd rather do it the easy way, which means sign and for once in your life, be a person of your word. Let you're the fact that you signed a peace agreement, make it count for something. Make it real. Okay, because everybody else in the Middle East is in favor of this. Alright, so that we got that point made. I believe we're going to have peace between Israel and Hamas and also Russia and Ukraine. I know they're going to work that out. I don't know if it's done, or if it's getting done, but I believe it's something that is happening. Really now, and I hope it is now. Now, the timing for this, we heard was that we would get started. We get our notifications when they had a peace accord between Russia, Ukraine and Israel and Hamas. And I think there's probably truth to that. Now there is a group called GMA, Global Military Alliance. GMA military alliance of 184 generals from around the world, 18 of which are US generals. And Pete had said, And I'm not sure who the other one is in charge this alliance, this global military alliance. Okay. So that group is determining when we get the green light to get started. To go now, I don't know if all 184 have to agree, but I know our 18 generals probably have to have a consensus and agree before we get the green light to go. Now, let's talk about where we're hearing we are in this process. We have heard from several sources, including redemption center leaders, including people that are over 7 or 8 redemption centers that we have in their opinion that we're going to receive our 800 numbers either Wednesday or Thursday of this week. Tomorrow is Wednesday, the 1st of October. Thursday is the 2nd, and we're hearing that because the government is to shut down without a continuing resolution. If that is the status at this hour, at midnight tonight, our government Eastern Daylight Time would shut down, and we're also hearing that at 1 a.m. in the morning tomorrow, an hour later, that the restored Republic of the United States of America would come back up online. That means, with restored the public, we get the new aspect of our government. We get so much tied into that through Nasara. We get a new currency, the USN. We got a lot of things that are moving forward. We could get an EBS emergency broadcast system programming that might come up. I'm hearing dates of somewhere around the 3rd through the 6th, which would be Friday through Sunday or Monday. I think it will be Friday through Monday this weekend. So we'll have to see if that happens. If that happens, guess what that could be? That could be covered for us, going for our exchanges, having set our appointments, and going to the redemption centers to exchange currency, to activate our Quantum account, Quantum card, to redeem our ZIM and to make our 3 to 5 minute presentation on our humanitarian projects and then take it from there. So we have possibility of tomorrow or Thursday. My gut is going to be Thursday. That's when we would get notified tomorrow. I'm going to say Thursday is looking good to get notified and then set appointments and get started, maybe over the weekend. And it seems like that would make sense if the EBS is kicking off now. A lot of the cities, as you guys know, across the country, are getting held in cleanup, and the cleanup is ongoing, and probably still be ongoing. But they're in a position where they have a lot that they have done, and we don't usually hear about specific cities until they're complete, until they've been completely cleaned up, like President Trump said. It took 14 days, probably a little bit less, but 14 days total for Washington, D.C. to be cleaned up, about 1,400–1,500 people removed. I'm sure there's a lot to that. I think I'm always looking for help. I believe New York is, almost done. I think Chicago has been at least, if not completely done, mostly done. And Detroit is good. There are a lot of cities. So you've heard about Portland. They're in there. I don't know where we stand on Seattle, but they're making their ones all the way through the country. Gonna get this done until it's completely done. And I think that's wonderful. So I'm excited about where we stand. All right. So I think, or a good place, I think the fact that our fiscal, and it's not physical, it's fiscal, F-I-S-C-A-L, fiscal year starts October 1, tomorrow, Wednesday. I think it's perfect timing that the government under the USA, Inc., if you will run out of money, theoretically, tonight at midnight, and then they'll continue to pay, other services in Social Security and Medicare and Medicaid and all that stuff. But this is good timing to transition from the old to the new restored republic. And so I'm excited about that. I think it's great, and I'm ready for a start. And I think we can say that we'll see what happens tomorrow, and we'll see what happens Thursday, and with any success, we'll have a celebration called Thursday night at the regular time. All right. So I'm looking forward to getting started on projects. We've got some things to do beforehand, but don't worry about it. You're all entitled to take a vacation. You're all entitled to get your house in order and all of that stuff. But we'll be getting some basics put together. Main thing is get our websites built out and prepare for it. And I think we're excited to do that, so let's do this. Let's go ahead and pray the call out, and then we'll look forward to seeing what happens tomorrow. And also, obviously, Thursday. We were looking for notifications. We're hearing Wednesday or Thursday. My gut is it'll be on Thursday. Let's pray the call out. Thanks everybody. So let's go ahead and pray the call out, and then we'll keep an eye on what happens in the next 2 days, and everybody have a wonderful time. Hopefully we'll get together with the celebration of all. Hopefully it would be on Thursday night. All right, everybody take care and have a great blessing. Listen to the full version on the official DinarReport.com website and become our supporter on Patreon. Source: Dinar Recaps.